Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Baby Tang back again with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a bit in depth on how to pull off those 1v4s, 1v3s. Obviously, it is crucial, kind of clutch situations where you're the last guy up, or maybe you get four-man crashed by a team, something like that. It's actually really, I shouldn't say simple to 1v4. It's definitely not simple, but kind of the thought process of it is simple. And there is tips to do. Everyone thinks it's just gun skill, but when you fight in this game, scrims, whatever it may be, nothing's just about gun skill. It's also about your brains and your smarts and how you play it. If you look at me, for example, I don't have the best gun skill in the world, the best aim in the world. You can play me in a TDM or whatever, and I would be your kind of typically average, just you know TDM player or whatever, as far as like gun skill wise and CQC wise. But I do kind of pull off. I wouldn't say like a lot, but I would say out of like my team and my past teams and everything like that, I'm definitely the person they could like rely on if they needed like kind of like a 1v4 clutch or a 1v3 clutch. Like, I'm there and I'm in it. And I'm gonna kind of go over different 1v4s and 1v3s. I even have like a 1v5 example I'm gonna use as well, just to show you guys kind of the thought process when taking fights, because it's actually a lot more brains and smarts than you think. You think it's just gun skill, you gunning, and you just simply outgunning people, which partly it is, and partly you could pull off a 1v4, 1v3 off of that. But there's actually quite a bit more that goes into it. Kind of the building you're playing, the type of 1v1 you're taking, obviously the gun you're using, and everything like that. So without further ado, let's get into the video with the first example. So this first clip here, a bit of context. It is a tournament. So obviously it's a bit more meaningful than just, I guess like just randomly, just some random open scrims or whatever. But yeah, it is a tournament. We're facing mostly just like tier 2 LATAM teams and stuff like that. Not a lot of tier 1 teams in this. But still a decent tournament overall. There's a couple things you want to keep in mind when trying to pull off a 1v4 or 1v3 or whatnot. Number one is going to be your health. Health is obviously a major factor, and is kind of an obvious factor, obviously being full HP. But not just full HP, but being boosted as well. Being boosted actually helps a lot and actually can save your life. You're actually going to see in this clip that I'm like literally 1 HP, and partly why I keep it up is because I had a full boost going on that whole fight. Another thing is when you take certain 1v1s, because 1v4 and 1v3 is all about taking 1v1s. You want to break it down. Instead of a 1v4 and a 1v3, make it a 1v1, v1, 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 if that makes sense. It's just a bunch of 1v1s that you're taking. That's the best way you can 1v4, is take a bunch of 1v1s. Fight everyone one at a time. That makes it so obviously you can win your ones, but every time you win a one against the other team, it's going to bring their confidence down, every player, to the point where the last player is going to get nervous and kind of panic or whatnot because he's the last player. So I'm going to let this clip play out. We're going to kind of watch it. After we'll kind of go over kind of, I guess, the thought process and what happened and how I was able to pull this off.
Oh, buggy coming
What the
towards you.
fuck? Let me heal. They're crushing me.
You're getting crashed.
All dead.
Nice.
Buddy, what?
So we're going to go ahead and break this clip kind of down for you. Not too much going here. There's going to be a bit better examples. But we're going to start off with this one because it's actually the most recent 1v3 I've gotten. So with this, like I said before, it's kind of about your smarts as well. This one was a bit more gun skill, but smarts as in what building are you playing, where you're playing, and obviously what weapon you're choosing comes into play a lot. Now, like I said before this example started, I said you try to want to make it a 1v1v1. In this case, they push together. It's not the worst thing. And the reason why that is because I'm in a shack. There's only one way to go through in the shack, and that's the doorway. So you're gonna see both of them group up in this shack doorway, and they can't both go through, and it makes it so it blocks one person from kind of seeing me and obviously shooting me, but I kind of get like a free knock. See, his teammate tries to kind of go through, but he can't really aim properly because his teammate's blocking the door, right? So it makes things like doorways are really good angles to hold. So like shacks in rooms, whatever it may be, in a closet, especially if they're kind of just trying to bum rush you, because for this example, they're in the open, so they don't really have time to prep nades or mollies or anything like that, so they could try to just all go through with gun skill. After from here, I'm just strafing in and out of the door frame, baiting their pre-fire, and coming out and obviously pre-firing them as well. As you can see, what his teammate should have done is try to block me in the corner, which as you can see, he kind of does it kind of late, but he's trying to not get thirsted mostly. But yeah, he definitely didn't block me properly. He could have blocked me right away. And after I just get another free trade here, I take a lot of damage from this guy here. After this last guy was kind of low, because I originally kind of hit him in the beginning. So I only needed a couple more shots to get this guy. But again, same thing. His teammate blocks him from kind of going through because of that doorway. That's another thing. If you're ever pushing a doorway or pushing stairs or anything like that, stairs is another really good spot to hold if you're trying to 1v4, 1v3 a team. Make sure you push in, you go up if you're the one being knocked, because if you go back, you block your teammates from going in, obviously getting the trade on you. So that's example number one. We're going to go ahead and go to example number two. This time, I'm just going to let the clip play out, and after we're going to go over kind of what I did in the thought process when doing that 1v3 or 1v4.
Wait, this is 2 teams, I think.
Yeah, I guess we're not wiping everybody.
Attitude.
Oh,
It's 2 teams, okay.
no way. He's got 4 kills already.
There's just a few people. Play you, you don't have to worry. Nice.
So here is a 1v5 example. We're going to be breaking this down. So this is another tournament, actually. Boot camp hot drop. A lot of teams hot dropped here, and I was the last player up from my team. Usually when you are the last player up from your team, whenever possible, just in general, not even just to get 1v4s and stuff, just in general, if you can take a free knock, take it, right? And this first knock is basically a free knock because I'm basically just camping, right? The other team's 3-man up. There's 2 teams with 3-man up. I only get 2 of the last team that was 3-man because the other one ran away. But this first guy, I'm not even going to lie, I basically camped him. He didn't know I was there. Took the free knock. And after got another free knock with his team following up from behind. But what you're going to notice in this whole sequence is all I'm doing is taking a lot of 1v1s. That's literally all I'm doing is taking a lot of 1v1s. And thing is, after I knock 2, you're not going to see me sit in the corner and wait for the rest of the teammates to come. You're going to see me push out, His teammates' confidence is already destroyed that I knocked 2 of them, right? Because no one wants to get 1v3. No one wants to get 1v4'd, right? So his teammates' confidence is completely down. So I go for the push. And it's also to create space as well. There's multiple teams, right? It's not just one team. So I'm trying to create space for myself by obviously eliminating different players so I have more space to play around. Because sometimes if you just wait for the opportunity and you're just like sitting in the corner, then you have like no really workable or playable space because there's still obviously people alive taking up that space. After here's the second knock. Obviously, the guy's playing a bit more passive because I had the shotgun. Another thing is 2 weapons of choice. Got the UMP and the shotgun. So 2 very good CQC weapons for boot camp. Take the second knock, free second knock. What you're going to notice too as well is I don't even go for the thirst. When you're doing 1v4s, 1v3s, try not to thirst your teammates because sometimes another person pops out of nowhere. You have to be prepared. Obviously, you have to be on your feet at all times. Be aware. So don't go for that thirst. That thirst can literally get you killed. Unless it's like the safest thirst ever. But for example, I knocked them outside, right? I have no information on the outside or where his other teammates are, right? So I'm not, if they're inside, sure, thirst, why not, right? But since they're outside, I'm not jumping outside just to get my 2 kills, right? I'm just gonna continue on playing myself, and obviously try to get the other people and try to survive. So here, just reloading my gun. Nothing too much to this. We're gonna kind of skip over this part just a little bit when I jump down. So we're gonna have this part a bit more sped up. But here's when I actually go for the jump down. The reason why I jump down is because he thirsted my teammate. So I immediately just go for the refrag, I guess. I see one of them. He kind of runs away in cover. This is kind of all gun skill here. I hear the guy coming down the stairs. Get him. Hit the pre-fire. After this team ends up getting wiped. I actually made a mistake. There's actually 4 players on that team. And the other team killed the last player. So I end up getting my 3 kills. After I hear this guy, I'm just going to take the 1v1 against this guy. Again, SKS shotgun. Well, not SKS, S12K shotgun, unbeatable close range. In this case, I'm going to hit the thirst because he's available for me to thirst and he's on the inside. I don't hear anyone coming. Thirsts are also good. As much as they're bad, they're also good because it gives their teammates information. Obviously, a knock guy can give the teammate information. After from here, I'm down on ammo, as you can see. Very low ammo, but I'm still going to end up winning this 1v1. But the main purpose of this clip is just to show you that it's a 1v5, but I just took 5 different 1v1s, and I just won all of them, right? So that's kind of how you want to work your 1v4s, your 4 pieces, your 1v3s, stuff like that, is try to, as much as possible, make them into 1v1s. You can force them into 1v1s. And you can force them by being aggressive as well.
Nice. Don't give him the 1v4.
Good shit, thirst him.
I'm thirsting. Kill yourself if you want to thirst him.
Good shit.
2 more.
You got this, Tyler. You got this.
They're going for this.
He's resting. That's what he went upstairs.
Watch out!
Kill all of your keepies.
No, it's 2.
Which one? Did you rev him?
Oh,
No,
It's 2?
wait.
20.
He revs.
They didn't revive?
I don't think so. I don't hear the second.
No, he didn't. I only hear 1.
Yeah, I hear one.
No, he didn't.
Fuck you.
That's 1.
So this next clip here is a failed 1v4 versus the NA champions YKG. Starting off with this first 1v1. Again, all I'm doing is taking these 1v1s. I got the double barrel and the M4. You're not going to see me use literally my M4 at all, just because the double barrel is a way more superior weapon when it comes to the CQC, close range, and winning your 1v1s. Obviously, I just have to hit them like with one shot, and basically they're good. And this is also positioning too. You're going to see me run up the stairs and kind of just hold the stairs. And what you're going to notice too when I hold these stairs is I actually push down the stairs. A lot of people think like, oh, you can wait and stuff like that and think they have to wait. But again, when there's no 1v1s coming into play, like you can't kind of ISO the 1v1s, you have to force the 1v1s. So here, you're going to see me camp the stairs, but I'm not going to wait for all of them to come up the stairs so I have to 1v3. I'm just going to push down and take the 1v1. You know, make it a 1v1. After, you're going to see me do it again. When I jump down on the other guy, I'm forcing the 1v1 on the other guy. I actually end up not 1v4ing, but I do 1v3 them, I guess you could say. Chico was the last one, and he just absolutely like annihilated me when I tried to run up the stairs. But it's still a good example just to show that obviously take your 1v1s. Again, the type of building you're playing is huge. That molly gave me time to med up. You know, if I didn't throw that molly, they might have pushed me and tried to 2v1 me when I was like half health, which they probably could have won. And again, lastly, hop down, take the other 1v1 to make that a 1v3. After this case, Chico's probably nervous. He's a well-experienced player. He's played Worlds and everything like that. So obviously he's not nervous. But in the case for most you players who are going to be like tier 2, in the lower tier of, I guess, teams and experience, obviously, they'll definitely panic. You know, when they see that one guy killed 3 of their teammates and it's all up to them not to get 1v4 to 1v3, they're definitely going to panic and they're definitely going to get nervous, and you're definitely going to get more confidence. So we have like 2 more clips I want to show. Not too much special clips. I kind of went over the main ones already. So let's get into those clips, and after we can go over them.
I'm safe, maybe. I'm not being up there.
Oh, I got you,
I'm watching blue. I have no clue.
Not sure.
On stairs, staying on stairs. He's pushing down.
Nice. I'm almost done healing.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
So this next clip, there's nothing too much to this next clip. I did mention earlier that you could just run in gun teams, just purely gun skill. And this is kind of one of those examples. I do 1v3, but one of my kills do get stolen, so I only get 2. Like this first guy here that I knock in the open, this kill gets stolen. So I only get the 2 kills in the building. But there wasn't like too much like brains or taking 1v1s. It kind of just happened that, you know, both these guys kind of pushed separately. And I was being the aggressor. You know, I pushed the 3 of them. I wanted to push the 3 of them, but one of them ended up driving away. So we're going to move on to the next clip. This clip is going to be another Shack 1v3. Again, just mostly gun skill and playing your corners and stuff like that. But we're going to let the clip play out so you guys can watch it. Nothing too much to cover, but we'll still break it down.
Put an 8.
If we're being honest, this clip wasn't really that special. They literally just all ran in the shack and I just outgunned them. But it kind of goes over the same thing. The first guy I kind of ratted. Second guy like potatoed on me. Just because of this like shack positioning. I think he also got stuck on his like teammate as well. And the other guy just rushes in because he was probably like, oh, he's 1 HP, so he just rushes in. And that's another thing to keep in mind when pulling off these 1v4s and 1v3s. Is that a lot of the times if their teammate hits you a lot, they don't run in with any kind of thought. They just run in hoping to hit that one bullet because they're 1 HP, right? So that guy kind of just like ran in straight, partly because he was outside his shack and getting shot too. But just in general, even if like say it wasn't this kind of shack position and they weren't getting shot at from the outside, but let's say it was just kind of like an ISO'd fight, a 3v3, and I ended up in this 1v3 and I was like 1 HP, his teammate would just be like, just push him. He's one shot, just push him. You need to hit him once, right? After when most people hear that, they don't try to bait in shots. They don't try to bait pre-fire. They just full bum rush in and try to hit you with that 1 or 2 shots, right? To kill you right away, obviously, because of their teammates' call out. So in those cases, when you do have the kind of like really strong or fast hitting guns like a UMP, a Uzi, any shotgun, that last guy usually is probably the easiest guy to hit, even, no matter how low your HP is, because usually they just either run in a straight line or they just run just directly into like the room. You know, it's kind of like, I guess, predictable But you kind of have to be in that situation a couple of times to actually know and predict, I guess, people's movements and what you think they're gonna do. And that's obviously comes with experience and everything like that, and comes obviously getting to that 1v4 situation. As you can see, this guy just runs in. I just do an easy strafe out. I only had like 9 bullets left in my M42, and I just hit him with 1 headshot because he was probably low from the outside, and after I get the 1v3 there. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna leave this last clip here of my 1v4 in PMPL. This is probably my only 1v4 I've gotten in PMPL. It's obviously a bit harder. But yeah, kind of the same process. You're just going to see me take a bunch of 1v1s and stuff after I am going to end up doing 1v4. This was when I was in 19E. I 1v4 KBL. But yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy what you watched, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want more videos like these or have any video suggestions, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. I read all my comments. And obviously, more video suggestions give me more ideas for future videos, just in case I don't have any. I have a couple more team speaks, obviously, coming up from tournaments and scrims we've played, so stay tuned for those. Put on the post notifications and everything. Share with your friends. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Stack them up on the right. Stack them up on the right.
I'm pushing up.
Stack them up again. Hit him 4 times. Hit him 4 times. Nice. I'm pushing down. I'm pushing down.
Go. You guys all go. I can overwatch.
Careful, Tokyo. Careful. Good shit, boy.
I'm coming.
Good shit.
Different team
third party.
behind. Different team behind.
Fuck, bro.
WSB.
Fuck.